Welcome, weary travelers. Come, sit down. Stay a while at our table by the fire. What a roaring hearth we have before us. As we drink our fine cider. Oh, James! Come here with the drinks, sir. Come here.
James.
Oh, bring those right over here.
Bring the drinks in.
Right
Oh,
over
James! Oh, you're making them. Oh, James! Oh!
Thank you, James. You're required.
That was
Thank you, James.
loud, James.
Let me pass
Jeez.
around the old bottle opener.
Let's open this bad boy up real quick.
Careful with the laptop.
Okay, I'm trying to focus here. Come on, there.
Yeah, let's
There
not,
you go.
Everyone
There
just
you
hold it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
hold it. All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you hand sanitize before you drink.
All
You can't
right,
stop me,
well,
Jack.
as we gather here by the fire, who put those chestnuts on the fire? They're toasting very nicely.
Welcome to the Patriarchy Podcast. Well,
Wait, we have to say who's here.
all right.
Okay.
So we have the crew from the first episode here.
Howdy.
Actually,
Everyone
everyone's
say
back from the first
everyone
episode.
say your
Yeah.
name. Say your
Everyone
name,
say-
so now this is where I edit in the little
Okay.
name over people's face, so you know
All
who's
right.
here.
I'm Edward, and I'm here again.
I'm Eli, and I'm also here with Edward again.
I'm Jack. I'm here. I'm glad to be here.
Hello,
You broke the streak.
I am here again with Edward and Eli and Jack.
I'm Caleb.
Epic.
All right, I'm Ethan. I'm here with Caleb, Zach, Jack, Eli, Edward. We're
Glad,
all
uh,
drinking.
glad
We're
we all
all
have the
drinking our
same-
fine, delicious medieval liquid
You're here.
by the hearth.
Here.
Cheers,
Here.
boys.
Coca of Cola. Am I right?
It's Mexican Coca-Cola, which
Ooh.
means
Wait,
great.
ooh.
Anyway, so this
We
is
have
the
quite
first,
some topics today.
This is the first
Yes.
episode we recorded after the release of our very first episode, which thank you all for watching. I'm not sure what views it's at right now. It'll probably be at more views by the time this episode comes out, but thank you all for watching it. And we finally have a question in.
Well, we have two questions,
We
but
have two,
we'll hit
but we'll
this
go
one
with the
first.
first one.
This is a little more serious.
Yeah, it's more topical, at least at the time we're recording. We don't know when. But Eli's brother sent this in, so Eli, do you want to read it?
Sure. My brother's name will remain anonymous.
Rename nameless.
Rename.
Her name.
He's been renamed Nameless Brockman.
So, just as the American people united together after 9/11, do you guys think people globally will unite as COVID-19 spreads, given it is a common enemy? What might this result in?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought about it while I was scrolling through YouTube, because I had nothing else to do. And it was weird kind of seeing just almost every YouTuber I subscribed to make a video regarding it. And it kind of felt like a local weather disaster that the whole country is somehow affected by. So it did feel a little unifying in that way. I don't think there's going to be as much like passion behind it as there was after 9/11, from what I've been told, because I was 6 months old when it happened. Because we don't have a face we can put on it, it's just a disease. But yeah, I think it could result in more unity around the globe.
I think there will definitely be, I guess once a lot of, because I know a lot more people will die, unfortunately, but I think people will become a lot more empathetic to a lot, prayerfully, all of these cases. And our hearts go out to those who are being severely affected by this, or possibly who even have it. So,
Or who know people who have been affected by it.
sure.
Yeah.
Or if you've heard of someone who has been affected by it.
Yeah. The list goes on. But, yeah. I think that's cool that there's all these people reaching out and being, hey, if this happens, you can resort to this as like your fallback. So, and then people just helping each other out is nice to see after a long time of such a.
Yeah, on the
So,
news you hear all the
separation.
stories about people, I was delivering a sandwich to a guy who said his girlfriend works at Walmart, and she said when the truck came in, there was a line out the door for toilet paper. It was just a toilet paper truck. And they brought the pallets out in the middle of the store, and the employees got like bruises and like beatings basically as everyone mobbed the toilet paper, and they had to say only 2, packages per person. But you hear about that because that gets the headlines. But there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes where people are helping each other out, sharing their supplies, like making grocery runs for elderly people in churches and stuff. So there's a lot of that just goes unnoticed too.
Yeah.
Also, I think there's going to be a lot more humor, and there already is a lot more memes and jokes about the coronavirus than there was about something like 9/11, referencing the question.
Sure.
Because the coronavirus, it's tragic, but it's not evil. It's just a disease. I mean, sure, it's a result of sin, a result of the fall, but it's just a natural disease that's just spreading, and you can't get any more mad at that than you can get mad at a tree that fell on your car, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like...
It could have been prevented, but...
It could have been contained.
Too bad some guy wanted to eat some bat soup on a Friday
The second
afternoon,
part of the question says, what might this result in? I don't think it will result in any, like, big geopolitical changes or anything, but I would hope it would just result in more empathy across borders.
More unity.
More
The world
unity in
hates
general,
hates each other and hates itself right now.
Less old people.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it's called Boomer Remover for a reason, okay? Seriously.
Thank you,
And
Caleb.
there's a
Thank you,
humor
Caleb,
review.
You're
for the
welcome,
humor.
All right, so anyway, thank
So,
you.
We
Miss
have our
Brockman.
serious question. Now we gotta, do something.
did
a
Jack-
little-
Jack-
Oh,
Jack-
Jack
Jack-
had something to say.
I
Sorry about that.
we had a silent portion. I thought Jack was going to butt in there
Yeah.
and play devil's advocate for the disease.
Well, okay, I was gonna say,
I
playing
support
devil's
this
advocate.
disease.
I think you all are really optimistic about it. I think at the beginning we've seen a lot of stories about people helping other people, neighbor helping neighbor. But I think as soon as it starts to hit people's wallets and people's ultimate convenience, that you're gonna see some more like struggles. I hope we don't see that. I hope that like Americans can see, and even people around the world can see each other as humans. But
Yeah, but I think it's because of that, because it can affect everyone so personally, that's going to make more people want to rally together against it.
I mean,
Yeah.
together we're stronger than individuals, and that's why I think also like this is the first real medical catastrophe we've had in like the modern technological era.
Mhm.
So I hope that we can learn a lot about collaboration, and that collaboration can extend beyond to maybe more technological advances too.
Mhm.
There's been nothing like this ever in the history of
Yeah,
our
it
country.
feels weird
No.
to like be living in like uncharted territory as far as American history or even modern world history goes.
Is it considered a pandemic?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
It's
Yeah,
considered a pandemic
because
at
it's
this
around the world now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
So so all right. What's our next question?
Okay,
Okay.
so we have more of a
Thank
fun...
you, brother.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, nameless Brockman.
Nameless Brockman.
Broccoli. Nameless broccoli.
Brockman for the question. Now we're going to move on to more of just a fun question from a commenter. Jackson Finn here commented on the YouTube video. The topic being surviving the end of the world, zombie apocalypse, the rapture, etc. And you get one item from like a video game or something or from the real world to help you survive. So I feel like that's just a fun question, like narrow out the questions for today.
Is this a COVID apocalypse we're talking about here?
We'll make it a COVID
Why
apocalypse.
not? Make it COVID. Like, we'll say, like, worst case scenario, like, everyone's just for themselves type of
like
COVID.
Government collapses.
Yeah.
I still have like
Doesn't sound so
electricity,
bad.
Yeah.
electricity, water.
I mean,
Depends.
if you want that, then you can have it. It's either like
I don't
stuff.
know. I would
stuff in the real
join any
world
type
or
of
like a,
secession
like,
movement that's
fantasy
going to go
world or
on. I
something.
would probably join it.
I thought of this question earlier today in the shower, and I haven't thought about it since.
But what shower thoughts?
Thank
did you
you,
have?
thank you, Eli.
Sure,
Oh,
why
any
not?
shower
Oh,
thoughts?
Oh.
This is a little off topic, but we'll see if we get one.
Oh. I don't. He said, like, fantasy weapon, too, right?
Yeah.
Does it have to be a weapon or just fancy item?
This item, yeah.
Mm.
Can it be a sidekick?
Fantasy
Ooh,
sidekick.
fantasy sidekick.
Sure, why not?
Sully.
From
Monsters, Inc.
That man, he could take some people out.
Oh yeah,
You wouldn't want Boo, because Boo scared more people than Sully did.
yeah. Boo is the COVID-19 of the Monsters Incorporated world.
2319.
Oh! Alright, so Eli's is Sully from Monsters Incorporated. Edward, do you have one?
Oh gosh, one fantasy sidekick.
Or item
item.
from
Weapon
the real world.
item.
Anything, yeah.
An oscillating fan.
I don't know at the moment.
You don't know
I
what's
have
wrong
to
with
really think
Do
about
you
this.
Alright, Ethan, do
The
you have
Halo
anything?
energy sword would be nice, but
Ooh.
I was
firearm-
thinking maybe like the Iron Man armor since it's air sealed.
Oh,
Keep all of it
yeah!
out.
Iron Man.
That'd be great. And you
Suit.
can zip around.
So,
and
yeah, Iron Man
you have
suit?
someone to talk to.
Yeah.
AI.
So Iron Man suit?
Yeah, I'll go with Iron Man suit.
Alright, Ethan?
It has to be just one item.
Yeah.
Can it be like
Like if
an
it
island,
builds
an
into something.
island far away in the middle of the ocean?
Well, okay.
Alright, sure,
Just
you
get the
go.
island though.
The
No
Death,
natural
the Death
resources.
Star. Does the Death Star count as a fantasy weapon?
Yeah,
but think
I mean,
about how
yeah,
many
it
people
does.
it takes to run that thing, and you don't get any of the people. You
Oh,
just
you don't
get
get
the
any of
Death
the people.
Star.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, well, you can. Yeah, so that's it. Like you can get the Death Star, but
It's
It's the
like,
same thing
Iron
with
Man
an
armor
island,
takes
though.
one person to operate.
like an island would take a lot to like
Yeah.
build houses and shelters, find food. Like you could do it by yourself. That'd be a lot of work.
Yeah.
So you'd just be constantly like working. But
I
yeah.
use Zach or Caleb.
Caleb,
what
Caleb,
would you
what,
like?
what would you like?
Like a lightsaber.
Okay.
You can just
Simple.
slice up the zombies.
Slice up the toilet paper.
The
Corona
zombies.
the parasite zombies, like theorized in the last episode.
Yeah.
Just give me the gauntlet, man.
Infinity
Gauntlet?
just
That'd be
fix
so cool.
everything.
I'd fix
I mean,
everything.
you'll die, but
Yeah, fix everything, or I could just reverse time whenever like I'm about to die. Just like I'm
that's
good.
how it worked in the movie.
That is how it works, right?
Well, no, but because
My,
when Iron
my
Man
dear,
snapped,
now is no
No,
time
I'm talking
for
about
more.
like when you use the time stone
Because
in the
now-
gauntlet.
Is
Oh
no
yeah,
time at all.
Yeah.
that's true. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Jack, you're the last
Ooh.
one.
So I was gonna go with the Iron Man suit, but I feel like I should come up with something original.
Socialism.
I mean, I feel
That is fantasy.
I feel like the I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the time turner from Harry Potter, where you can like go forward and backward in time or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. the
I
name of
remember
it.
reading
It's
about
called
it in the
Time
book.
Turner.
Is it called the time turner? I don't remember.
I thought it's what
I'll
it's
look it
called.
up.
I probably have
I've
this
seen the movie like
James,
once.
can you look it up, please? James, thank you.
Actually, I'll go slightly different. I want the way back from Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Ooh.
I've never
Ooh,
seen
So I could
haven't-
just-
I haven't seen that, but yeah.
It's basically a time machine.
Okay.
Okay.
Should have just taken the DeLorean, and that way you could just go.
But I haven't seen Back to the Future.
You haven't seen-
Yeah, well, you need
What
fuel
the
for
heck?
the DeLorean.
The
That's true.
imagination
That's
station
true.
from Adventures in
yeah.
Odyssey.
You don't want to go back in
Wait,
time.
well, you could just go back in time, just stay back in time then, and then
But
just
it
get
depends
fuel
on
then.
how far back you go.
I'll go back to before COVID-19.
Just before COVID.
And just keep going
run over
back.
the guy
You know?
who created it and then just zip out of there.
Just
Ah.
December 2019, just over and over and over again.
All right. So
Jackson Finn.
thank you for the
Thank you for
question,
the
Jackson.
question.
Finn.
Thank you.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, leave any questions in the comments.
Yes, any questions? We'll try to get to all of them. We could try and do like
Yeah.
one serious and one funny an episode just to make it interesting.
Or just any that we find just absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
So we're doing 4 of these in advance, but in the future we might like record on a Thursday or Friday and have it up by Saturday. So
Yeah.
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 Any
That's,
questions?
that's a lot
Yeah.
of pressure to put on our editor.
James.
Our editor,
James.
James is very nervous about this.
Yeah.
He's giving me a thumbs down throat slash thing.
Anyway.
All right.
He's shaking in his suit.
So today we
wears
have
the tux all the time.
we have a little bit of a sad topic today, since this is the Johnsons' last episode in person.
Yep.
As they're getting ready to move out to California.
That's right.
So I figured this episode we'd just sit around in this little tavern we got here and just tell some stories
Relax
of
by
great,
the fire.
We
great,
need to
great stories.
we need to clarify who the Johnsons are.
That would
Okay.
be Ethan and Caleb Johnson.
Yes.
For all the people listening who don't know us,
They
we're
are
just
brothers, in case you didn't
Yeah,
know.
they are.
They are brothers. It's like Mario and Luigi, but
Pretty much.
not.
Exactly.
Wait, which
But
one's
it's
which?
Caleb and Ethan.
Who's taller?
Ethan's
Where-
probably more like Luigi. He's
Ooh,
Caleb,
way
are you
to-
taller?
Yeah.
Caleb is Caleb
Who's taller?
right
Wait,
now?
wait, stand up, stand up, stand up,
Ethan's-
stand up.
Ethan's
stand
like
up.
an inch
No,
taller.
no, stand up.
But we don't
I'm
need to
about a
figure
half
it
an inch.
Okay,
Okay, all right,
They're
never
very
mind.
out.
confident.
And he's like more skinny. He's like
Trust.
Luigi. You know?
Ah, you're the fat stubby one I see.
Yeah.
You're the Italian plumber.
They're both
Wait,
Italian
yeah.
brothers.
Oh, wait, that's right.
What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Well, this has been the Patriarchy
Only,
Podcast.
only a
Stole my
handful of
joke,
people
Jack.
will
That's okay.
appreciate that joke.
I wanted
All right.
to say it.
All right. So stories with the Johnsons.
Well, I'm going to bring up a very recent one that was great. Eli, I think everyone in this room was here except for Eli for this one, but
So Eli, please leave the room.
Go join James.
so
You've been demoted.
you'll be able to find this entire story recorded on Zach's TikTok account.
Mhm.
But so our church had a
Yes.
camp out in October of last year,
Something
and
like that.
we had this idea like months in advance of, hey, we're gonna sail to the other side of Jordan Lake, and we're gonna bury a box of treasure. So I went and bought a box from Michael's.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
bought it
Michael's. Yep.
from Michael's. It was like $15, and we went and we buried. What did we put in there?
Like we each put some.
We put in a
mementos.
gospel
Yeah.
track. We put in a copy of the Constitution.
We put in like a Hot Wheel.
We put in a Hot Wheel.
Did we
Not
get the
real.
jewel pod? Did we put the jewel pod in?
Did we put the jewel pod in?
I think we might.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did put a
yeah,
jewel
okay.
pod in.
Yeah, Joe Pod put that.
We're
in.
not gonna. Yeah. Anyway.
We put a note written in Russian.
Yes.
Yes, Jack, our
for
Russian
when the
translator,
post-apocalyptic
for when
Russian era
COVID-19
happens.
is revealed to be a Russian ploy to invade America.
Yeah.
I'll be able to
We
read
thought
it
it
now.
was China, but it was really Russia.
We put like a picture of us and like.
That's right. You put a
Different-
couple.
Oh, we put
pictures of us like
memes.
that.
We put memes.
Oh,
a few
we
memes
did.
there.
We
We
did
put
put
a
out
few
memes.
memes.
And I think Zach, you put in like a TIE fighter or something.
Yeah, I put in a little TIE fighter. Hold on, I could just pull it up and see what we put in.
Well, anyway,
So
so
keep telling the story.
we we're all at camp, put it in this treasure chest, and we take 2 canoes, sail over the other side of this lake, and we have this amazing ceremony where once the hole is dug, we played the national anthem of the Soviet Union while we slowly buried it, and then once it was
We
buried,
cooked some beans.
we cooked some beans.
We did
We
take.
ate
Oh,
the
that was
We ate
the
beans.
best.
And then Jack's brother was thought to be lost
Oh,
and or
yes.
dead, so we went searching and we found him trying to hijack our boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds
But
bad.
that was a great story. It was a great bonding moment. If you ever have the opportunity to bury treasure with someone,
Do
actual
it.
treasure,
Do it.
Do it.
Like, it's so
And
great.
When we dig up the treasure, we have to have Eli there.
When we dig
Yes.
up the
Oh,
treasure,
yes.
the box will probably be gone because it's not stained or pressure
But we
treated
can.
at all.
We all remember the spot. We can go back.
Yeah, we
to
remember the spot. pretty
Find the
well.
You
remains.
put
of
a
it.
lighter in it? What the heck?
What a waste of a good lighter.
Zach is now watching what we put in the box.
Okay, Jack put in a rag, by the way.
Oh, that's right. No, that is a rally towel for UNC
Oh,
football.
yeah, so he put in a rally towel. I remember I put in the scotch tape that I used to tape the memes into the
That's
box
right.
as well.
Didn't we feel like a
there's
pint
a-
straw in there or
there's a-
something?
Yeah, we
You're
put
like,
a
just for good
straw.
measure.
There's like a lanyard. We put in some pennies. That's what it looks like.
There's
You
a
guys
pack
should,
of cards.
feed into cups and, like, put it
There's
in
what else? I saw.
A urine
Saw
sample.
something.
Everyone
Just
puts
so that
their
you know,
I
we
own-
saw.
weren't-
I see. There's like a pack of playing cards.
Yep.
There's the Constitution. Anything else?
Mm.
There's a Hot Wheel. There's a bunch of other stuff in here.
Anyway. Yeah, that
Lot of
was
good
a
stuff.
I
recent
think there's, like-
great memory.
I think there's
So,
like directions to someone's house. in
Probably
this.
mine.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
someone else
say.
gonna
Jack,
be
you
looking
look
at
like
it.
you got something to say.
Yeah, so there was this trip. I think Zach, Caleb, Ethan, and I, we were on the DC trip, the youth group DC trip
Yeah.
this summer. And just this tiny part, we were taking the metro back home one day from like downtown DC. We were going back to, I believe, Maryland. We were going back to Maryland. And we got there right as the doors were closing for the train. And Ethan got stuck in the metro.
Oh.
Do you remember this, Ethan?
Are you sure that happened?
Yes.
I remember
Yeah,
this.
your backpack got stuck.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
You were trying to run
You had
in.
to hold the doors open a little bit.
Yes, but
and, like-
they still closed on you.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they don't close all the way because when they feel pressure, then they'll like reopen like an
Mhm.
elevator. But still, like it hurts when it
Yeah.
closes.
Yeah.
So he got closed in the metro doors.
Like it's not gonna chop your arm off or anything.
And then I got one for
Not yet.
Caleb. Our church is doing a camping trip at Raven Rock. I don't know if Caleb will remember this, but this was probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And Caleb got lost on one of the trails when we were walking back to the cars.
Yes.
It says he does remember
So we
that.
spent several hours looking for Caleb. It felt like several hours.
That's
It was probably like
Pretty
half an hour.
accurate, honestly. I feel like that's what Caleb would do.
So yeah, Caleb got lost.
So, speaking of DC stories, when we were in DC, we went to go see a baseball game.
Yep.
That was pretty fun.
That's right. That was.
And I took was that you, me, oh, excuse me.
Was it us three?
Zach-
Yeah, it was us three. It was
Yeah, me,
yeah.
Jack, and
Ethan.
Ethan. First, we
Mhm.
went around. And first, I went for a walk around the place, and I just kind of like looked at the baseball game from like different angles. Because, why not? I ain't nothing better to do. Let's just watch the game anyway as I walk around.
Mm.
And then I
You,
decided
you
to
wandered onto the field at one point.
He just held his hand out and caught his ball, and everyone was cheering for him.
they let me pitch at one point. It was actually really cool. You can go back and I don't remember what it was. You can probably find it on YouTube. or
Yeah,
something.
probably. I'm sure.
But anyway, so I took them around to like see all like we did some like sightseeing because it was a pretty nice view from like up. We went all the way up to like the top. We just kind of just looked off,
Mhm.
and then Jack went back, but me and Ethan decided to continue to just walk around. And at the same time that we were there were these Australians. Let me clarify. There were a bunch of like Boy Scouts from like around the world.
Australian Scouts.
Yeah, but like the other Boy Scouts were meeting in Washington for like something. And
The
specifically,
jamboree was
was
the
in
week after.
West Virginia, right?
I thought it was in New Jersey, but it might be West
Yeah,
Virginia.
Anyway, it was near
but
there somewhere.
yeah, so there were a bunch of Australian Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all walking around, and Ethan and I decided, hey, we're gonna start talking to some of them.
Well, our goal was
our goal is to get some of their Snapchats.
Let's get an
I was
Australian
there for this.
TikTok.
Were you?
I was there.
I don't remember him being there.
I was there for several of them.
All right, well then
For a few,
I believe Jack. Anyway, hold on, wait. Oh, burps. My bad. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we're walking around, and that was pretty fun.
We got
Do you have any
one.
stories?
The only one Australian actually had a TikTok.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting their
There's some
TikToks.
girl named like Water Spider or something. I
Yeah.
still follow her.
We got one TikTok, and then I got an Instagram and like 3 Snapchats.
I got 3 Snapchats.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was pretty fun. And at one point, I was telling Ethan how I wanted to ask them if their memes were upside down in Australia. And so then, at one point during our conversation where we asked them if they had any like TikTok or anything, they said no. We started talking to them about memes, in which at the end of the conversation, I said, well, I bet they'd be easier to understand if they weren't upside down. And they just walked away.
Wait, hold on.
Because to them, it's right side up.
Something,
Yeah, but for us, it's
Yeah.
upside down.
They didn't
something
understand.
Yeah.
you failed to mention is that Ethan tried to buy their hats.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He tried
He
to buy
tried to
hats
buy their
from
hats, 'cause
like
they had-
20 different
they
people.
had nice hats.
Every single Australian scout had a really nice sort of fedora type hat, and I wanted.
It's like a cowboy hat, but cool.
I wanted to buy one, so I was like, "Hey, can I buy your hat?" I asked several different people. They're like, "Oh no, they're actually like $200 American, so you'd have to like go on the website, and we're not allowed to sell them because we need them for the jamboree next weekend." And I'm like, "Shut up! take my money. Give me your hat."
To any Australian
This is why we
viewers,
need COVID-19.
we do not hate Australians.
No, we love Australia.
We love Australians.
You know, you guys can survive anything. You're surviving a fire and COVID-19 at the same time.
honestly,
They're descended
Australians.
from convicts.
That's just
pretty-
a power move.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty
You're
incredible.
just
Yeah.
flexing.
Well, the 3
Australians,
Australians that I have followed on Snapchat, I never like talked to them or anything, but
I did.
I watch all their stories. I mean, I did, but I don't currently.
Yeah.
I watch all their stories, and like every week, they're always doing something super dangerous and like weird. like,
Yeah. They were talking.
Speeding
They were
cars
talking
around,
about
like
how
running through
like
a fire or something like
I was
that.
talking to one at one point, and they were talking about how American like food like menus are like banned because they're so fatty over there.
Those because they're
Okay,
so big.
that's
like-
just
Yeah,
mean.
and they're big too.
It's
But, like
just
they're so
mean.
fatty and stuff.
Well, you
that they're
can't be
actually
perfect
banned.
at everything in Australia.
And like and that was also during the whole Area 51 raid hype.
Yep.
Oh,
And they
that's
one
right.
of them Snapchat me and said, "All right, also we're here for you boys. We're going
Yes.
in too."
So we have international support.
We do. We had international support.
That went off pretty well. There was several thousand people.
There were a few people actually.
I wish I had gone
Very-
so bad.
Yeah, I wish I had gotten Area 51.
But-
Eli, what's Eli laughing at over there?
I can't think of anything. I can't think of any story.
Okay,
you
well-
trying to like look at your phone, see if you can find one?
Can I extend the baseball game story a little
Okay,
bit?
go for it. Yeah.
So Ethan, Zach, and I tried to go on the upper decks
Mhm.
of the stadium, like right behind home plate, and there was no one up there, and we decided, why is no one up there? Let's go up there.
Well, I had went up and sat perfectly fine for a few seconds. I
But
remember then I left.
We went up and we got chased out by several security guards for like
Yep.
no reason. We
Pretty
were
Well-
tight. When they catch you, they just like to do something, so they're just like,
Well, I mean, we
you
didn't
can't
really-
be here. You can't be here. Like,
I don't remember talking to him. Did you guys talk to him?
no, but
Yeah,
like
no,
they
but
started
just-
walking
they would
quickly
walk towards us.
us.
We're like, all right, we got a blast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
This
I don't know.
happened
Get
at least
detained.
twice. I feel like that we went to different areas and the same thing
I
happened.
think it only happened the first time. The rest of the time, we just kind of left.
There was
it.
the guy with the mustache. Do you remember that guy?
I don't know what you're
No,
talking
I
about.
don't. It's been so long.
Okay,
Yeah.
when was this trip?
This was like July.
This
is
This is
last
July,
summer.
middle of July.
2019 summer.
Remember that?
I was gone.
I
most of
wasn't
that
on
summer.
it, though.
I don't
Wait,
think.
you
No,
weren't
no,
on
Caleb.
I
No,
was
Oh,
there.
Caleb wasn't on it?
I
Okay,
didn't-
never mind.
I didn't go on this one either. I don't
No,
think.
Edward and Eli weren't there.
Yeah. Shout out to that trip. That was pretty alright.
That was a pretty
fun.
good trip, and yeah, I was gone most of that summer. I don't think I was home more than 3 days at a time the whole
Mhm.
summer.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a story.
Oh.
Oh,
So a bunch of us guys. It was me, Edward, Ethan, Caleb, and Zach.
Sorry, Dave.
And
Not this
we had this plan for about 2 weeks straight
one. What is this?
to have hot dogs
Oh.
and go
I know
around.
what this is.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't here for this. It was just you. It was just
Oh,
you
it
four.
wasn't
Oh.
Zach.
I was in
Oh,
Ohio. Yep.
Man,
right.
we gotta do it.
We do.
Wait, what happened?
In his crutches.
So we all had hot dogs and we dried them off, of course, because we're polite. And we went around and put them in people's pockets and purses and just like around Walmart.
You
yeah.
can actually
And-
find a video of it on Caleb's
Yeah,
TikTok.
on Caleb's TikTok.
Unless he took it down, I don't know.
No, it's still up.
He's all right.
So we walked around Walmart. We were in like the worst Walmart in North Carolina. It's just like very crime ridden, and we had to be very careful with our judgments.
You don't want to offend the wrong person.
Yeah. Or else you go, pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The ting goes skr. No, but I ended up sneaking very, very stealthily. I ended up sneaking one
James pulled up the video for me so I could see it.
I ended up sneaking one into a woman's purse. Yes.
James is now showing the video.
Yeah, James is now showing us the video. And Caleb, I remember watching Caleb. We all kind of watched Caleb from afar. We didn't want to be too close or crowded because we'd look suspicious. We probably already did. But no, Caleb targeted an old man to put a hot dog in his pocket. And I don't know if Caleb just messed up or if the man still had his senses, but he felt the hot dog go into his pocket, and it dropped and it hit the ground, and he picked it up and he gave it back to Caleb. Like, there was no what were you trying to do? He just casually gave Caleb his hot dog back.
It was really weird. So I just was gonna walk past him really, really fast, and I just slipped in his pocket, and I was walking, and he goes, "Hey, son, is this yours?" And he just pulls it out of his pocket and just hands it to me. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, thanks."
My mistake.
And I just took it and kept walking.
Yes, me too.
Probably best case scenario at Fayetteville Walmart.
that's true.
Honestly.
Best case scenario.
Honestly.
Speaking of food, I think it's about time those chestnuts are done. Time
yes.
to open those up. Oh!
Chestnuts or chest?
Oh,
Oh my
they look
gosh,
hot.
Jack, stop it.
They look
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my god.
Sounds
Hot
like
potato,
a
hot potato.
plastic bag.
The joke is hot
Or is
potato.
that just
M&Ms.
Don't ruin the magic.
I don't even know
Settle
what
down,
I'm
James.
scared. Anyway, moving on.
Pass me some chestnuts.
Let's
I'm
get these open. Here you go.
Thank you.
So what are some
Now-
stories you two would like to share? I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
You lived in North Carolina your whole life, right?
All right.
Yep.
Personal stories like you've experienced here. Just said,
Jack
please.
looks like a starving child over here waiting for the chestnuts.
I wanted chestnuts.
Well, I've lived here for almost 20 years, and in a couple of days I'm going to be literally homeless because we're driving to California and we don't have a house lined up yet, so that should be fun. So I can say that I'm homeless, and I always wanted to say that.
Delightful.
It's a good thing to aspire
Yeah.
for.
So then I can feel the pains of what
Then you
homelessness
can
is like.
complain to your children when you have children one day.
You're like,
They'll be
son,
like,
I was homeless.
See, I was homeless when I was 20. I was a young man. During COVID-19.
Literally during the pandemic, I was
Okay.
homeless. I was living on the streets, only going from hotel
Side
to
note
hotel.
about COVID-19. I cannot wait till I have kids and I can just make up stuff that happened during this time. Be like, I had to go to Walmart to bring a gun with me. Had to kill 3 men that day. One was a child.
Wait, what?
And all I got was a square toilet paper.
Oh, one ply. One ply. That's all you got for that
I
day.
gotta ask, how old will your kids be when you tell them this?
Yeah,
Wait, hold up.
I
You
figured
get one whole
I
ply?
figure like bedtime
These
stories.
kids straight out of the womb. I had to kill a kid. It was about
You had an older brother one time.
He tried to take toilet paper from me.
They're gonna write a Les Mis parody about some guy who tried to steal toilet paper. It's gonna be so.
Stole some toilet paper to save my sister's
Anyway,
son.
so yeah.
All right. Well,
Everyone,
Ethan,
when you live
19
through this.
winters served my time.
Okay.
Anyway, so
any stories from Ethan or Caleb here?
Oh man, one thing I was thinking about recently was all the Jordan Lake campouts we did at church or with the church group,
Oh yes.
and just through the years, starting at Raven Rock, and then when we moved to Jordan Lake, we would always camp by the water. We would get everyone in the church who liked to camp would always set up, even if they just came for the day. We'd have a ring of tents and just hang out for a couple days, go canoeing, swimming. That was just a blast. And we'd always, on the last day, we always load up the canoes and go out to the bridge, which is super far away. It
the
takes
bridge.
yeah.
2 hours to get there, 2 hours back. It's
You
pretty
wake
far.
up like
The
really
bridge.
early
The
and
bridge,
then
for
you gotta-
context, the bridge is on the highway.
It is the highway.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
an overpass, but over water. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the definition of a bridge.
What is a bridge again?
James, look at the definition of a bridge.
So,
anyways, yeah. So we would go pretty early in the morning and like eat breakfast under the bridge on the little cement pillars and stuff. So that was
Last time we
always a
took
good
a
time.
pregnant woman with us, didn't we?
Yeah,
We did, yeah.
Tabitha
Tabitha was
goes
pregnant.
this one, yeah.
That was fun. So a lot of good memories of Jordan Lake in general, and yeah, just stuff like that. It would just happen year after year. You could count on it, and just a lot of good times here, bonding with friends,
I
and
have
camping.
a great awkward story with Caleb.
Oh.
When this was back. So context, a little bit of context. We talked about this in the second episode, but we were all in a theater group at one point called Faith Players, and this is the first time I had auditioned for one. And the play was Paratessa. And I didn't know anyone, and I was trying to, just meet people while we were sitting, like, waiting for it to start. So I ended up sitting beside Caleb long before I knew him. And we had, like, the most, like, straightforward and awkward conversation at the same time, in which I asked him if he was auditioning, and he said, yep. And I said, cool. And that was it.
So not much has changed.
And that's just been my favorite story, because, like, that just describes Caleb as, like, a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then I found $20 somewhere,
Yep.
That's where my
I think we all found $20 that day.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
I think going back to Ethan's campout stories, I remember the first church campout I went with, the Church of the Open Door. I think it wasn't at Jordan Lake. It was at some mountain. I forget what it was.
Oh, wait. Was it Morrow Mountain?
Yeah, I think it was Morrow Mountain.
Yeah.
I think this was like 2016 or something, but...
No, it was before that.
Yeah, that would have been 2015.
Okay.
Or no, that could have been 2016. It could have been spring 2016.
I think it was. I heard y'all like talk about Estella auditions or something, so I think
Was that the one with the big, like, the dam and the...
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's when I was,
Anyways.
like, first meeting you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like I think I just wanted to go camping because I'd never been camping before that point. And I didn't really know many people at COD very well. Eli, were you even at COD at that point? Or were you...
I was not.
Eli wasn't here at the church yet, and he's the one that introduced me to all these
I
people.
was at the graveyard.
I think you
We'll
were
talk about that.
No,
another
you were
episode.
going to Lagos some, though.
Yes.
I was.
Yeah,
I was
because
going
Eli
to
took me to
Newport.
Lagos the week between Paratessa showings,
Yeah.
and that's where I got to meet a few of you. I met Ethan and Jack there.
100%.
Anyway, but I remember going there, like, I kind of knew Ethan and Caleb. I kind of knew Jack. Zach, I don't think you were at this one. Well, Jack, were you even at this one?
Oh, not this one, but this was the one that... You remember Michaela?
Oh.
Oh.
Moving on. Anyway.
Yes, we do.
And
What's that,
I-
James? Oh,
James
give me the...
is giving us the don't bring that up.
He has a giant cue card right now.
That's
that
a
says,
different
"Don't bring
episode.
That's
this
a
up."
different
No, that's a
episode.
I'm
different
actually
Anyway.
saying both the "Don't Bring That Up" and the "Wrap It Up Somewhat Soon" card as well. So
Yeah, so I'll tell the story. It's less of a story, more just a feeling. It was like going there, like I said, I kind of knew the Johnsons, kind of knew Jack. So, and I didn't really know how well this was going to go, but I just wanted to try it. And it was really great to be kind of accepted into that group. And it was, because I never really had as good of friends in my life as I did with you guys. So I think that was probably the beginning of when I started to really get to know all of you a lot better.
now I see James in the back is shedding a tear over that heartwarming
Shut
story.
up, James.
Oh, all right.
As
And
am
now
I.
he's actually just bawling his eyes out after Edward's
Good.
remark.
Anyway, so what
Ethan?
time are we at now, Zach?
We're at
34 minutes.
34 minutes.
Seconds.
34 minutes.
All right,
All right,
so,
we'll wrap it up.
We've
Ethan, do you
been
have any,
accused of making the podcast too long, so we
Yeah,
should
the
probably-
first episode, we know it's
Well,
pretty long.
And I will agree to that accusation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first was
Yeah.
a pilot, so we just wanted to
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second
audio.
one's, I don't even know how long the second one is. 50 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
We're going to try to shorten it
Well,
down.
Ethan, do you have any, or Ethan and Caleb, do you guys have any last words you want to say before we close?
It's not their last words. They're coming
Okay,
back.
but like regarding
Last
North
words for this
Carolina,
episode in person.
or
and
regarding
stuff,
your
yeah.
The
experience
last
here.
in-person words on the
Mhm.
podcast.
Not being executed.
Yeah.
All right, what's your last meal?
Chestnuts and Coke.
Last words. I would say taxation is theft,
I knew it.
and look out for your neighbor, and help people out, because
Well-
you can do that. It's not
Mhm.
not impossible.
Yeah, well, we got Ethan's last words. I think we can count that burp as Caleb's last words.
Yeah.
For today.
And yep.
And, So, yeah. All right. Now, final words before we close off. We'll start with Edward and then go zigzag around, and I'll end it. So, you have any last words, final words?
Yeah. I know this podcast is going to continue on, and I hope it'll continue on for a while, because it feels really great to just create something, especially with a group of people that you're.
It's good to have a creative outlet.
Yeah, I've been kind of looking for that for a while. So, yeah, it feels great. Keep watching. Thank you for your support so far. And keep sending us your feedback. Because you know if it's too long, too short, not funny, too funny if that's a criticism that you have.
Or if we should just stop.
Or we should just stop altogether.
Eli, do you have anything
did Caleb have something?
Yeah.
Caleb.
So I just want to give a little quick tip that might help save humanity, but it's going to be like 2.5 weeks late. So if everybody's dead when this comes out, I'm sorry. But I just thought it was really interesting. I've heard that you can cure the coronavirus using a hairdryer. because look, I heard the virus mainly resides in like the nasal area.
Yeah.
And so, this virus, it'll like just die if it reaches like a certain temperature. That's why by the summer there won't be anything because it'll just be gone. And so like if you take a hairdryer and just like breathe in the hot air, just like breathe in, point away for like 15 minutes, it will like just kill the virus. And then you're good.
It probably depends on how advanced the virus is.
What level is this hairdryer at? Because some hairdryers get really hot.
It could, whatever temperature.
I don't care what is in your nasal passages. Whatever is going to happen, you're going to get first-degree burns if you do that for 15 minutes.
I'm seeing James
I want to
saying
hear some feedback on that. So if you want to try to send us your videos.
That he is forcing that to be Caleb's last words.
All right.
Such authority coming from
Eli.
James all of a sudden. Eli, what would you like? You said feedback and if we should stop. I think that was it, right? Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
I'm glad that we could do this one last time before these two skedaddle off, and I'm glad to have them as my friends for as long as I've known them, and I hope for many more memories and dreams to come true in the future.
Aw, dreams. Aw. Anyway, Jack, any final words for this episode?
Yeah, it's been an honor knowing Ethan Caleb. I don't know why we're treating them like they're dying. We're gonna see them again.
Yeah, I know, but it's.
No, I'm saying like final words for this episode, not for them.
We haven't said this yet, but we now have a Patriarchy Podcast Twitter.
We do,
Which is
run by Jack.
Which, wait, we could just make it the Patriarchy Twitter.
Yeah.
Our handle is We Are Patriarchs, no space.
Very capitals.
Capital W, capital A, capital P. So just capital W, we, capital A, PAR, and then.
And I'll put it in the
Patriarchs.
description. I've been putting everyone's stuff in the description,
Yeah.
except for my own because it's
plug
on
your
my
social
channel.
media if you have any.
Yeah.
Guys, go follow my Instagram, please.
Which I think we did a little bit of this in the first episode, but so that's a big thing.
All right.
We've plugged it every
Follow,
episode.
tweet, we will reply, and I will screen with the other. Well, I'll just screen it with James. He'll be okay with it.
Yeah, James
Okay.
has a pretty good filter.
And
Yeah, he does.
soon, not sure when, hopefully within a month or two, we will have a separate channel just for the Patriarchy Podcast, so we don't flood up the Bravo Man's channel.
Yes.
So you can
Might be
continue
ideal.
making Minecraft memes.
I'm gonna work on putting us on Spotify too.
Yes,
Awesome.
that'd be nice. So, Ethan, any last words?
I gotta plug my social media. So
Yes, you do.
follow me on Facebook. The page is called Original Great Taste Liberty Memes to fund Saw Gerrera's Anarchist Dreams. And join my Facebook group. I would sooner believe emails from wealthy Nigerian princes than this story.
Can't wait till most people
Any-
join
anything
us so
else
we can stop
for-
the really long titles.
Anything else that isn't just a plug? Just for in general.
Ford.
What?
Oh, yes, do.
Oh, they didn't sponsor us this episode.
Oh, they didn't?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe next
Darn.
episode.
It's okay, because we had peanut M&M's Mars chocolate sponsor us. So.
We had a
And
contract.
this wonderful
We had a
tavern
contract
that
to do the first 3 episodes with them, but
Yeah,
I forgot to renew the contract.
Yeah, okay.
it's a bi-weekly basis.
So, hey, is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
All right,
Have a
well,
good one.
per usual, if you're watching this on the Bravo Man, like, comment, subscribe, and smash that like button, as we have to say, as we have to say every time,
Pulverize
even
it.
though the joke is dying
All
fast, please help.
So,
But, yeah, I think that's it. So, we'll catch you guys later, and
All right,
hope you enjoy
everybody.
this episode.
See you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
See you
Bye.
outside from COVID-19.